All right, welcome to Jesse Watters Primetime. I'm in for Jesse. He's healing. I'll be Brian Kilmeade. Tonight, American cities are on edge after a night of violence last night. Mostly peaceful protesters, right? They were up in arms over the leaked Supreme Court draft opinion, approaching it intellectually by chucking rocks, bottles, and smashing car windows and hurting police officers. Whatever they're paying those police officers, double it. This was just an appetizer. Keep in mind the Supreme Court hasn't even overturned Roe v. Wade and returned the abortion rights to the states. This is the left's warning. Do what we say or we'll burn your country down. It's not exaggeration. Many of them have taken to social media to threaten exactly that.
If Roe versus Wade gets overturned, there will be mayhem in these streets.
If they actually do this, yeah, that would be the time where rioting would be okay. I got the pitchforks, you get the gas and the torches. Let's do that.
Do you ever wake up in the morning and think you just want to burn it all to the ground? And what I mean by burning it all to the ground is those old white men and the women who support them who want to tell me what to do with my body.
You think the global protests around George Floyd were big? You just wait when you launch an attack on 50% of the American population.
Now I know why I don't have a TikTok account. Okay, if you don't think they're capable of that, let me take you back to the summer of 2020. Demanding mayors and city councils to fund the police while they set cities on fire, remember?
Leave now. If you're in the area of Southwest 3rd Avenue between Southwest Main Street and Southwest Madison Street, leave now.
You didn't forget that, did you? That was enough to scare liberal cities into doing exactly what they were told. Slashing police budgets, eliminating cash bail. Big surprise, the consequences, much more crime. We're still dealing with it right now. People were scared to leave their house. Some still are. But the media cheered it on. They took a pause from their perpetual pandemic panic to paint the rioters as heroes and police as villains.
That ain't a riot, what we're seeing right now in Minneapolis. What we're seeing right there is frustration.
Do not get it twisted and think that, oh, this is something that has never happened before, and then this is so terrible.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Mostly a protest. It is not generally speaking unruly, but fires have been started.
Right. Don't believe your eyes. The media elites had no sympathy for the small businesses destroyed. They still don't. And the lives lost. They still aren't. As long as the rioters were on their side, they were happy. Not to mention the media's number one enemy, Donald Trump, was speaking out against the violence, and they could not agree with Donald Trump.
I stand before you in firm opposition to anyone exploiting this tragedy to loot, rob, attack, and menace. We support the right of peaceful protesters, and we hear their pleas. But what we are now seeing on the streets of our cities has nothing to do with justice or with peace.
I wish people had listened to him then, because today we're seeing the same story play out. Violent rioters wreak havoc while the media calls conservatives evil. Except this time, we don't have a president to stand up against the criminals. Instead, Joe Biden is focusing on taking down the most extreme political group in American history, Trump supporters.
What are the next things that are going to be attacked? Because this MAGA crowd is really the most extreme political organization that's existed in American history, in recent American history.
When I hear extremists, I think about the Taliban, I think al-Qaeda, I think ISIS, Vladimir Putin, not Trump supporters in red hats. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's take a look at these extremists and what they believe in. Strong borders? Awful. Staying out of wars? Why, how could they? Peace in the Middle East? Isolating Iran? Energy independence? Does that sound extreme to you? It doesn't to me. But if President Biden is right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.